What's good, everybody? How y'all feeling out there, man? Thank y'all for tuning to your boy Billionaire Child. I'm already rich, man. Don't forget to hit that like, hit the subscribe button for me. And also, we got my wife got her book out right now on Amazon. We got all the links in the description box. And we also got the clothing brand. Y'all come check me out. We got the Billionaire Child shirts, No Negative Entity shirt, Black Lives Matter shirts. We got a lot of great outfits and clothes that we got at our store right now. Come check us out in the description box. But today we're going to talk about the Chicago riots, and also one of the Chicago rappers predicted the fall and the death of FBG Duck, man. Unbelievable, man. He said it right here in his post, in his video. You know what I mean? He talked about it, you know what I mean? He predicted it. I mean, also the YouTube Lowski also predicted the same thing about FBG Duck, man. Unbelievable, man. But they said the riots happened after a young man was shot down by the police officer after he was shooting at the police officer. He returned fire, you know what I mean, killing that man. It was caused the riots and stuff like that. Like I say, man, a lot of times in the communities that we grow up in, the police are not properly trained. So a lot of times the bad blood is already there. A lot of women in our community have lost sons to just unfortunate situations, man. Police, you know what I mean, brutality, you know what I mean? I just think when we think about Colin Kaepernick and what he was standing for, and all the people that be fighting for the justice in the community, you know what I mean? But like I say, the reason why they're trying to defund the police officers is because a lot of the police officers have been known to be racist in the community and just not being properly trained. They don't know how to handle difficult situations without shooting and killing somebody. You know what I mean? They don't understand how to be able to conduct themselves in those environments. You know what I mean? Like I say, if they screen the police officers better and make sure that the IQ or whatever is on where it need to be, you know what I mean, before they hire him, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I seen a video where a kid, this white kid, he had, I guess he had a rifle or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He went hunting, and I guess he was putting it in his hotel room, and somebody called the police officer on him. And the police just was telling him to get on the ground. He did everything the police officer told him to do, and he still was hit up, you know what I mean? So like I say, man, it's good police officers out there and there's bad ones out there. But like I always tell people, it's just the bad taste has been in American people's mouth for so long. It's just like they just tired of it, man. You know what I mean? And I think all the cases that's been not resolved with all the black deaths, with the, you know what I mean, the police officers just doing crooked and mean things in the community. You know what I mean? That's why I always say, man, I just feel like a change just need to happen, you know what I mean? But like I say, it's hard to make a change in the system because people just, it's so many racist people out there. That's the moral to the story. And they don't want change. They don't want justice for all these things that's going on in the community. So what ends up happening, you get the riots, you get everybody getting frustrated because it's like you got the best legal team in the world and they still lose a case where they have all the evidence in front of them. You know what I mean? Because we see is so many racist people in this world that just don't like the color of your skin. You know what I mean? You can be the greatest person in the world, but your skin is dark. You know what I mean? And they don't like it. They don't want to be around it. They don't want to be associated with it. Every black person is not a gangster. Every black person don't smoke weed. Every black person don't do negative things. But like I say, when you have a person that's racist and all they see is those negative things on TV, that's what they think. They were grown up to believe to be racist against you. You know what I mean? That's why I always get offended by a lot of the things that I see within the culture when we trying to stand together or come together. You know what I mean? Even though you got to understand, it's like a game where the other side is up 100 points and we at 35. We just trying to figure out something to try to come out of these situations, even though a lot of times it never go in our favor. Like none of these court situations go in our favor ever. You know what I mean? It's a sad thing to say, but it's reality. You know what I mean? All these police officers walking around, they killed George Floyd. You know what I mean? It's sad. You know what I mean? And like I say, all we can do is keep fighting, keep standing together, and keep promoting, you know what I mean, the stop of this and counseling people that's supporting of the racist culture. You know what I mean? Being racist and just doing negative things in the community. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, I just think it is a conversation that it caused conflict within our race. You know what I mean? Because like I was telling my wife about the Black Lives Matter thing, and the young lady that poured paint on the sign. My whole thing is this, man. It's so unfair. Like, even when you have, like I say, Black Lives Matter and people coming together, putting lawyers together to fight these cases, it's almost impossible to win. You know what I mean? And that's just being real. I'm just being real about it. They trying to fight these cases. They trying to get justice for these people, but it's just too many powerful, rich, racist people to actually get this justice. Now, like I say, putting the Black Lives Matter sign on the ground and stuff like that, they're just showing you a sign. They're just giving you a symbol. You know what I mean? That our lives matter, because it never mattered to anybody, man. We got to be real. They just started walking with us and stuff like this with the new riots that came with the George Floyd thing. It wasn't even really, you didn't really see a mixed group of people in the crowds until now. So my whole thing is this, man. They fighting the fight in the legal system where they losing. Why is that? Because it's more powerful, rich, or racist people. It's just a fact, man. Like, it's all the way a fact. You know what I'm saying? And real people that understand where I'm coming from is a fact. Like, they own the basketball teams. They own the football team. Why you think Colin Kaepernick ain't got a job yet? They not even gonna do an interview to talk about it, because they don't care about black lives, and that's the whole point. I was saying, it's like, you have a group of people that's just trying, bro. Like, they trying in a situation where it's a lose-lose. Like, you know what I mean? Actually believing that those cops that did that to George Floyd gonna do some actual time is, for us, it's unrealistic. It's, to be honest, because all we ever seen was them get away with crimes like this, from even Rodney King and Martin Luther King, all the racist stuff that we seen over the years, man. We always see them get away with it. Even the kid that was in Georgia that got wrapped up in the mat, that case never got solved, where the white boy beat him up, put him in the mat, and then now they turned the cameras off and all of that. That never got solved. You know what I mean? So like I say, man, you fighting a war that is damn near impossible to beat. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, I just respect people that's coming out trying to help, even though they know the score is 25 to 150 and we in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being real, man. Like I say, man, justice is the thing we want to see, and that's why they trying to take away the money from the police officers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they just not properly trained, and there's just too many viruses of the being racist in the actual police uniform. You know what I mean? Like I say, all black people ain't drug dealers and killers. All police officers are not bad. We got that concept. You know what I mean? But like I say, when I heard Terry Crews talking about the Black Lives Matter is the Klan, the supremacists and all of this, I'm like, this dude is crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy how a person would talk so much about this, but didn't talk about the man that was feeling on him. You know what I mean? He wasn't saying nothing to the man. He ain't punched the man in the face or nothing. He just let a man feel on him in front of his wife. You know what I mean? I'm just like, how can a man let somebody do that and don't do nothing? You know what I'm saying? Because he been bamboozled about him. You know what I mean? They run him in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? He do what they tell him. You know what I'm saying? The point blank period. He do whatever they tell him. Point blank period, man. They run Terry Crews. You know what I mean? So like I say, man, change was needed, man. That's why people pray. They get on their knees 5 times a day, just hoping that one day it'll be at least a place where more people can be united and not the race thing. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, it's a tough environment. It's a tough situation, man. And sometimes it can be painful to all the families that got to lose sons and daughters to the racist people in the police office, man.
Yeah, so what I was saying is, it's unfortunate. I feel like people need to begin to look at the issues and take some accountability for their actions, live differently, act differently, and behave differently. When we look at the looting and the rioting, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be doing it. I'm just saying, what does that have to do with what happened over there? And then I sometimes feel like people try to capitalize on a moment by running out there to go get things, because there was a police shooting. And in this particular incident, they said the man was shooting at them. Does that justify the means? No. However, I'm just trying to figure out, what do you want the cops to do? Everybody wants to make it home at night. Everybody wants to go home at the end of the day. And if you're shooting at me, you are then making it hard for me to just sit here and just act like nothing's going on. Yeah, we've heard Charlie and his position, his opinion that was dealing with years of mistreatment from the police, and that's probably correct. However, there's so many instances where the situation is, a black man killed by the police, and the officer was black, and you going to tell me that the black man's racist too? Well, that happens too. I mean, if we look at our history, there were black folks on the plantation who still were against the black folks, and I was just talking to him yesterday about people in Africa where different complexions of black folks don't like black folks. I mean, at the end of the day, people are never going to be 100% satisfied about whatever you try to do. And it's sad. I feel like we need to do better. We keep trying to tell our next generation that
Ready?
we keep trying to promote change and tell our kids. I have 3 sons and a daughter, but 3 sons, and I want to have my sons be able to have one of my sons wants to be a police officer. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there have been years of brutality, but when I look at the situation, I always try to look at it in its entirety. And I don't believe that all cops are bad, just like I don't believe all African Americans are bad. But I also believe that in these particular situations, we need to figure out a way to make things better. Make things better. Make things better. You know what I'm saying? The more information will come out and we'll find out what was actually going on. You know what I'm saying? But right now, all we know is that there was a standoff between the police and, 100 were arrested. 13 officers were injured. And people were stealing from Walgreens. They had police outside of the Apple store, in response to this man being shot. We want the police to stop killing our brothers. We do. And we also want our brothers to stop putting themselves... Why was he shooting at the police? That's one of the questions I would be asking. If somebody knows, let me know on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, and it's not saying that I'm the type of person that's saying that there's justifying anything that's happening. I just would like to see people do better. And what is the answer? I would like to see change. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see a future where we can be able to do things that make a difference for our kids and raise our kids, you know what I'm saying, to know better. And when we know better, we do better. That's basically what I'm saying about the situation.
Well, that's my wife Toy right there. Y'all gotta go pick up her book right now on Amazon. It's in the description box. But yeah, that was basically what we wanted to go over today. You know what I mean? Just talking about the unfortunate situations with the police officers and stuff like that. Like I say, there's good police and then there's bad police. You know what I mean? And like I say, a lot of times, if you've been abused for so long, your reaction would be is to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like you ain't got no chance anyway. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, it's unfortunate, man, that we had to witness another falling of somebody from the black culture. You dig what I'm saying? But like I say, man, they defunding the police officers in multiple states now. You know what I mean? They're really trying to just kill down the racism that's in the force and the improperly trained people that's out there. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can get some justice for the George Floyd, the Rihanna, and others that's been unfortunately hurt in these situations.